Hi everybody and welcome back to Dance with Mary NYC, where we talk about everything and all things pointe shoes. This month I'd like to talk to you about gluing your shoes for longevity. How to make the shoes last longer by applying glue. I'm just going to show you, I have a pointe shoe here that's cut in half just to demonstrate what the inner materials are of the pointe shoe. Basically they're paper mache type products. So with paper mache, you dip something into a glue, you form it around a mold, and then it dries. Same thing with the pointe shoe, the way they're made. They take the muslin, the satin, the burlap, they dip it in a paste, and then they form the pointe shoe, and then the pointe shoe dries. Once it hardens, it's shipped to the dancer who puts it on. And immediately what happens with the dancer is they begin sweating in the shoe and they begin applying pressure standing on point. So it's all about trying to waterproof the shoe so the moisture doesn't get in there, and also harden it at the same time. And I'm going to give you a little demonstration. The type of glue that you'd like to use is cyanoacrylates. It's basically a kind of a glue that will bond into this material and harden it and waterproof. Whichever kind you use, just make sure that the viscosity on the glue is like water. So I'm just going to shake that a little bit just so you can see it's like water. Right? If you get the thicker glues, basically what it does is it doesn't quite absorb into the materials. What you want to also do is make sure that the glue is a fast set glue. Once again, if you use the slower set glues, it's not going to bond properly into the materials. Go ahead and get your gloves. And you just want to do this because you have to be careful with these glues. They can bond your fingers together if you're not careful. You can always use nail polish remover, or even I think olive oil will help you take the glue off. But if you're worried about it getting all over your manicure or your fingers, you just want to go ahead and put on gloves. You're going to take the glue, make sure you use a pin, right? Don't clip it off because then the glue will come out too quickly. Take a push pin and just push that in, right? Now so the glue will come out. And then I'm just going to bond it and use it on the inside there. I'm going to go everywhere the tip is, because the tips tend to get soft on many traditional pointe shoes. You don't need to do this with contemporary materials. The traditional pointe shoes are going to bond. And notice that glue is going to go and get absorbed right into that fabric. It just drinks up the fabric and then it sucks it in, and it takes about 5 minutes to harden, sometimes 10 minutes if a little more humid. Right. The other application you want to use for the glue is you want to use it here on the exterior. You can use it into the shank. It gets absorbed right into the leather. You can even use it if the outer sole is suede. Right? This just happens to be leather, and you can go ahead and bond it. Think of painting as you go. Right? So try not to do too thick a layer, and think of painting. The last place I'm going to go ahead and put the glue is right there on the edge. This will help keep the dancer from knuckling. The great thing about this glue is it dries really quickly. It's fairly inexpensive, and then what's wonderful is you can continue to apply the glue even after you've worn the shoes. So you go ahead and wear the shoes, dry them out completely, and then you can go back and do more layers later on. Right? You can even do more layers in the tip. So think of painting and keep adding your layers. Right? Very, very important that you don't glue the shoes when they're wet, because the glue is designed to bond with moisture. So make sure that the shoe is completely dry before you start applying the glue. That means that maybe you dry your shoes out overnight, tips up, right? And then you begin applying your glue. So as you can see, I've got my glue all bonded in there. My shoe is ready to wear. Keep continuing to put those layers on. Just be very careful. You don't want to put the glue inside of your dance bag. It might explode and get all over your dance clothes. Also, you could do this with an old pair of pointe shoes first. If you're uncomfortable using the glue, try an old pair first and see how you do, and then move over to your new pair. Pre-gluing your shoes before you even wear them will help your shoes last even longer. And that's just one way that you can help glue your shoes and help them last longer. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Click if you like something. Leave your comments below, and make sure you follow me on Instagram, Google+, Twitter, and Facebook under Dance with Mary NYC.